We've got the Toyota Highlander Hybrid, and it gets some new changes for 2023.
Fun, not so much. Efficient, yes.
Now take it easy, Andrea. You are in a hybrid Toyota.
It's pretty peppy.
There's all stuff flying around in here.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. What's under the hood of this Highlander Hybrid?
A 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with Toyota's hybrid Synergy drive, an ECVT, a combined 243 horsepower, standard all-wheel drive in Canada, but front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available in the US.
Poor sunglasses went flying.
Well, you know how it goes at the beginning, Zach.
Yeah,
I always
do.
like to feel the power.
There's this nice little tray here, but apparently your sunglasses can fly out of. What do you get with the Highlander Hybrid? Let's get into the key standard features.
The 2022 base trim gets an 8-inch touchscreen, a 4.2-inch multi-information display, wired Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a 6-speaker audio system, 8-way power driver seat and a manual passenger seat, heated cloth front seats, a power rear door, 18-inch wheels, Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 Plus, and blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert.
There are a lot of modes in this. Trail, EV mode, Eco, Norm, and Sport.
Yep.
And what can we put it in?
Put it in S for subscribe. And if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe. Most importantly, hit that notification bell, but also follow on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to get glam pics and also information behind the scenes on the channel. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button. This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit canadadrives.ca to learn more. So we are just months away from the 2023 models showing up at dealerships if you're lucky enough to get one. So Toyota's done some nice updates. What do we get?
I'm really happy to see these changes from Toyota. The top limited and platinum trims now get a dual 12.3-inch display, which includes the touchscreen and the digital driver display. Out is the 4.2-inch cluster. They are now moving to a standard 7-inch gauge cluster on those lower trims. Standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
That's a big one. That's a big one. We've been waiting
know.
from Toyota. So finally, 2023, that's coming for the most part across the Toyota lines.
And also now the wireless charger that is at the center console storage area will now move to the shelf where Zach's glasses fell out of under the instrument panel. I think it's actually a better spot for it, a little bit more convenient. And there's a new color, Cypress.
Okay, punch it.
Not hard for me to do.
It's actually
It's got some good power.
It's a lot quieter than the RAV4.
Yeah.
Bigger vehicle as well. And it's surprising that it actually, when you really ask it to, it does deliver some good power. By the way, we have a little guest mini review coming up in Questions, Coffee, and Cars from someone that owns this and has driven it through a mountain pass. So we'll get to that in a little while. But I would say the best way to describe this, Andrea, is you're just relaxing and going along for the ride.
I agree. I mean, it has a good purpose, right? It's a family hauler. Power is pretty good. Cabin does get a little bit louder. I think that Toyota could do a little bit of a better job insulating their cabins. But overall, I think it's very good. A little bit floaty for my liking, but I get the appeal of it. Wow, the turning radius on this thing is awesome. You can just maneuver in and out of city traffic. It's a breeze.
It's really calibrated to appeal to a huge, wide array of potential buyers.
Yeah.
They know a lot of women are going to be driving this with extra kids taking them to events and dads too.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's easy to live with. That's the way I would describe it. You're chill when you're driving it.
Yeah.
You're chill because you own one. You're chill because you don't have to put a lot of gas in it. It's just a relaxing thing to have.
It is. It's well well done. And I can see why these are so popular.
So you just think about this, Andrea. It doesn't really have much in the way of competition. So Sorento from Kia, they have a hybrid.
Yeah.
And the Ford Explorer has a hybrid with a V6, which is way less fuel efficient than this. They have been at this. This is the third generation of Highlander Hybrid. They've just been polishing it and getting it better. And you know what? It shows.
This comes with a variety of drive modes. Eco, obviously the most fuel efficient. Normal is good for everyday driving. Sport increases the throttle response of the hybrid system for better acceleration. And then there's an EV mode, which at low speeds and for a short period of time, you just go pure EV driving mode. Maybe in bumper to bumper traffic might work.
That's when teenagers sneak home at night and they don't want their parents to know that they're 2 hours past their curfew. They put it in EV mode and they cruise into the driveway. Parents are still asleep. Everybody's happy. So I gotta say, the Highlander is one of the better looking vehicles in the Toyota lineup. They've got a few toads. And this one might be the prince. What do you think?
I think it has a really handsome look to it. You know, the other day I saw it in a dark blue color with the tan interior.
Oh, that one looked good, yeah.
Wow, it really did. This one is the XLE Bronze Edition. And so the exterior is in a nice light color, and then it has the bronze satin wheels. What do you think of those wheels? Better than black, right,
Yeah,
Zach?
I don't mind. Actually, you know what? I've picked this up and I thought, is it tacky? It's no, it's kind of grown on me. And the paint is white, but it's got this bronze fleck metallic in it. It's kind of, depending on the light, can't really see it on video, but it has a little bit of a bronze undertone to it.
The Highlander comes standard with LED headlights, LED taillights, and fog lights, 18-inch wheels, available 20-inch. We're riding on 18-inch with our Bronze Edition.
So let's talk about the interior for a moment. That little tray where my sunglasses fell out is one of the best things that they have on the Highlander. The previous model had a bigger tray that went side to side, but at least it's still there.
Yeah, I like it too. I think this is really well organized in here. It's got plenty of storage. And I think that with the new additions with the dual 12.3-inch screens on those top trims, it's really gonna look quite nice in here.
If I was buying a Highlander Hybrid, I would get the XLE. I think that's the sweet spot for value. The Limited, that blue one we saw, that one's pretty nice, but it's money, right? You gotta figure out the money. I think this is the value.
Well, the XLE trim gets you the power passenger seat, the heated steering wheel, and a moonroof.
And it goes up and down, which is a big deal from Toyota.
Now moving up to this XLE Bronze Edition, that's where you'll find driver's seat memory. And then you also get a power rear door with kick sensor. But here's the thing with this Bronze Edition. For only $2,000 more.
What do you get, Andrew? What do you get for $2,000 more?
You get the Limited model, and for 2023, you get the bigger screens. You also get ventilated front seats, which I think many might want.
Okay, I changed my mind now.
And a panoramic sunroof.
Okay, I changed my mind now. I'm all in on the Limited. Forget the XLE. I want the Limited.
See, I think the value is there now. And then how about that platinum trim?
Are you upselling me on that one?
Head-up display.
No, don't use that.
Bird's eye view camera.
Don't care.
Heated rear seats.
I never sit back there.
Okay, so it's the Limited for you then, Zach.
Okay, I've just done 2,000 more. I guess we can work it out every month.
I guess we can. Are we getting a Highlander Hybrid,
No,
Zach?
no, I'm saying we could.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to run through a few things on this. The back seats, of course, they're comfortable and roomy when you get into the second row. This comes with the captain's chairs. This is where they start on this XLE Bronze trim. They slide fore and aft. They do all the things you would expect from captain's chairs. Now, getting into the third row, Andrea, that is, well, first of all, it's a bit of extra exercise. And then when you're in there, your knees are so high up in the air and your butt's spiked down in the seat. This is really only for kids. You know, I wouldn't even put my mother-in-law back there.
I hope not, Zach. It is small. And here, let me give you the specs. Second row, the Highlander does very well. It's actually third in this class. It's the Telluride and
You know what it gets?
that offer
It's third.
more.
It gets bronze.
Gets bronze, see? For the third row, it's not great for space, as Zach mentioned. It's the Palisade Telluride Atlas that do so well if you're looking for a good third row. This is more equivalent to the Pathfinder.
And then when you open the hatch at the back, the actual space behind the third row when it's up, not that great. But of course, all the seats fold down, and even the second row, and then you get a lot of room. You could go camping in it if you wanted. So how does it stack up?
So behind the third row, you're right, not so great. Telluride and Atlas offer the most, but overall cargo capacity is pretty good. It keeps up with the competition.
All right, we have that little mini guest review coming up. Let's get into it.
It's a good one.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Seems like Limited trim is the value trim now with the upgraded screen and power folding mirrors for 2023. Do you know if Limited comes with 8-passenger configuration including a bench seat? It does not. The top trims XLE Bronze plus the Limited and the Platinum all come with captain's chairs, no offering of an 8-passenger vehicle.
It's so frustrating. I don't know why they do this. They force you to do captain's chairs. Some people might have the need for 8 passengers and they want the most opulent one. I don't understand why they limit it. Make it an option.
Make it an option. Bench seat or captain's chairs. That's not the case. So it's the lower trims that get the bench seat. The Highlander has always been a solid choice. Do you think the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with the hybrid is enough power for this car? I drove a Venza and it was noisy. Also, how does it stack up interior-wise against the competitors?
All right, well, let's talk about the interior, then we'll come back to a guest kind of review of this,
yeah,
right?
Kind of.
So how does it stack up interior-wise? I wonder if they're talking about features or space, do you think?
Probably either or. I mean, we could use the Sorento because it is a hybrid. There aren't a lot in this category to even compete with the Highlander Hybrid. So if you pick the Sorento, the thing about it, the hybrid as well as the plug-in hybrid, it's a 6-passenger vehicle.
I was going to say, you think this is bad where they force you to take captain's chairs on the top trims?
Yeah.
With that one, you don't even get a bench seat in the second row at all.
No, so it doesn't even become a 7-passenger. It's a 6-passenger, which we've talked about this before. If you have a family of 5 and you have 3 kids, that means somebody is always in the back seat. That third row is small.
Okay, also make sure you keep watching for our hot topic because we're going to compare this to vehicles like the Telluride and Palisade and how it stacks up. Now to our guest reviewer. So talking about how does this engine stack up for driving every day?
Well, we have someone who owns a 2021 Highlander Hybrid Platinum, and this is the critique of it. The third row is too small to use unless you have very small children. Okay, we agree with that. We have loaded up our Highlander for camping with a 2-liter cargo bin on top and 4 passengers. We have no problems driving up and down the Coquihalla and into the interior of British Columbia.
So just as a reference point, the Coquihalla Highway, if you've never been to British Columbia, is a very, very long, steep grade. I think it's one of the longest, steepest grades in all of North America.
Yeah.
It's punishing on any car. The fact that this can do it,
Yeah.
it probably groaned and moaned a lot.
I think so.
But the fact it got it done is good.
Maybe the cabin got a little bit louder. We put out a lot of content each week on the Motormouth YouTube channel, and it's so easy to find.
All you do is go to the YouTube search bar and type in Motormouth, the name of the channel, then the brand you're looking for. In this case, Toyota. There's lots of videos, by the way. You can pick whatever you want and watch it. It's that easy. Andrea knows the answer to this question. Andrea, how many people who watch our videos are not subscribed? You think about it. If you think about it, they watch this, but they're not subscribed. What's the number?
75%. Crazy, right?
If you're watching, you're like, could you subscribe?
RAV4 hybrids have been facing cable corrosion issues. Is it going to be a deal breaker for reliability lovers? Is it the same for the Toyota Highlander Hybrid? Which other models face these issues?
It's called Cablegate, and we have heard nothing about other vehicles other than the RAV4.
Yeah, just the RAV4 Hybrid, that's it.
And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
A great option to save fuel, as expected from Toyota. I think the real question is gas or hybrid. Can this really give the Telluride and Palisade a run for their money?
Well, it really depends on whether you're talking about gas or hybrid. They don't have hybrids in the Palisade and the Telluride, but in the gas models, they're really hard to beat. They're actually my favorites. 3.8 liter V6, huge amount of interior space and fabulous interiors.
Yeah, and there's some updates for 2023 for the Telluride and Palisade, which makes them even better. But there's no offering of a hybrid, and fuel economy isn't great because they're big vehicles and they're V6s. Although there have been some of our followers who own the Telluride who say, you know what, we're getting better fuel economy than what the official numbers are.
Actually,
so that's good.
When we test drove drove it when it first came out, all the journalists that drove it found the same thing.
Yeah.
They got better than the posted mileage. So it's actually, for the size of it,
Yeah.
they actually do pretty well. But this is a totally different ballpark. We're talking about hybrid, and the fact that they're adding some new features like screens and a digital instrument cluster, that is to offset those new models, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. These updates are needed for Toyota to continue to stay competitive, and I think that there are some nice changes coming for 2023. And also, the Highlander gas model, gone is the V6 for 2023. They're moving to a turbocharged 4-cylinder. No pricing has been announced at this time. And the fuel economy, we don't know either, but I bet you it'll be better than the V6,
it has
right?
to be. That's where they're doing it, right? So they're going to have V6-like power with better fuel economy. So we have to, the good news is, Andrea, we get to do another Highlander review when that one comes out.
Absolutely.
So it's only just a few months away until we get our hands on that.
But what Hyundai and Kia need, both of them are excellent family haulers, but we need to get a hybrid.
Speaking of what else you can get, the hybrid category for this size vehicle, it's really small. So let's get into it.
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Kia Sorento Hybrid with a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, a combined 227 horsepower, and a starting price of just under $37,000.
The Hyundai Santa Fe with the same powertrain as the Sorento Hybrid, but a higher starting price at just over $42,000.
The Ford Explorer Hybrid with a 3.3-liter V6 and a combined 318 horsepower. It has a starting price of over $54,000.
Here's our used car alternative from CanadaDrives.ca. We chose a 2019 Kia Niro EX Premium with 92,500 kilometers on the clock for $34,590. Click on the tab or the link in the description below to find more vehicles in this category from CanadaDrives.ca.
So there are 4 hybrids for you to consider.
So you're all going to want to pay attention to the fuel economy and more in our vital stats.
Here's the pricing in Canada. The base trim starts at just over $46,500, and the top platinum trim is just under $57,500. Prices tested for the Bronze Edition, just over $53,000 in Canada. Here's the pricing for the US. The first front-wheel drive model starts at just over $39,500, and the top platinum trim is just under $51,500 US. Prices tested for the Bronze Edition all-wheel drive model is just over $46,000 in the US.
Here's the fuel economy. Impressive. 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.8 on the highway. That's 35 miles per gallon city, 35 miles per gallon highway. The towing capacity is 3,500 pounds, and Toyota offers a warranty of 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, or 36,000 miles. Lightning round. 2 things we like to see improved.
I like how you can maneuver this so easily in the city.
I actually kind of like the chill vibe when you drive.
I'd like to see a bench seat as an option on all trims.
And I like to see my mother-in-law try and get in the 3rd row.
Oh gosh. This is a good family hauler with a 3-row option and fuel efficient.
Toyota's been at this a long time, and it shows.
This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit CanadaDrives.ca to learn more.